You hold the boat, I get in with all the goodies, and then you get in. And I'll hold the camera.
Just your bum first and then your legs. That'll be the easiest. You gotta get turned around, I think, and then just like up. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on to it. You know, you gotta get sort of what you call baptized. We're trying not to get wet, but this could be...
My
You've had practice.
Now we gotta get away from these rocks, you know.
Okay, you've got
They have
that.
to push us so that we'll be...
Well, it might be lopsided. There we go.
Yay,
We are actually launched. Ooh, woot, woot, woot.
Gotta take those shoes off.
Look at that stuff down there. What is it? Stuff. It's supposed to be... What is it?
It's plants. They're harmless.
Okay, you good to
Pumped
go?
the boat hard enough. I guess I did, eh?
Well, we better hope so. Because we're going to go out there and then come back.
See how easy it is to move this boat
Look at all the
compared
bugs.
to the other one?
Look at all the bugs there.
Like I'm supported on the back of the boat
Yeah.
and we're actually moving. Like with the other one, it would be a struggle just to get here. And I have my legs in a position where they rub on the oars. There's some people on the water.
It's like free bobber right there.
So how are you feeling there, Barb?
Oh, finally in the water. I was cooking on the
Yeah,
shore.
there's a little bit of a breeze here, so that's easier to take, eh?
Well, the rock, the sun hits the rock, and it's like a microwave. But now you could actually, if we were on a paddleboard, we could go swimming.
So guys, after trying out this Tobin Sports inflatable kayak twice now, or was it 3 times, Barb? Just twice, right?
Yeah.
We tried it on Pigeon Lake when it was really windy, and we thought, oh yeah, maybe it wasn't moving so good because the wind. Well, then we took it to a place called Big Lake, and yeah, we couldn't barely get it moving. So now we're back in our Voyager 300, cheapest boat you could get for 2 people at Canadian Tire. We had it already. This is the 3rd year now that we have this boat, and yeah, it's tight and it's nothing fancy, but it's fun. The oars are attached to the boat, so it's easy to move it. I don't have to lean back like this because there's no support. The support's right in behind my back. It's comfortable. So my recommendation is don't buy an inflatable kayak for $400 or $500 because you may not enjoy it. That's just my take on it, but we tried it. But this kind of thing, it doesn't cost you very much, and you're gonna have a whole lot of fun with it. Mind you, if you want to get really fancy, then you probably have to buy a real boat. But this, I mean, for us, this cost me $89 over 2 years ago, and we've had a lot of fun with it.
We have.
And
As George rows me all across the lake. All I'm missing is a little umbrella, a parasol, and I could be... You never know. Might buy one.
And see, the nice thing about it too is that it packs very small. So I transport this boat with my bicycle, and this is like a board with 2 sets of hinges, folds out, goes across the front of the boat, and I can tie my bicycle on there, which makes it a fantastic deal. I mean, you could have a pack raft that costs you $1,500, or you could have this, and it's almost pretty much the same thing, you know. Well, I don't know how seaworthy this is. If you're going on kind of whitewater and stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. But for the stuff we have around Edmonton, Alberta, where it's lakes like this, and the North Saskatchewan River, which is flowing like slowly, and most of the time is you know, no problem. This is absolutely the sweetest deal. We're at Ghost Lake, which is a reservoir in just kind of a little bit east of Banff, between Banff and Calgary or Cochrane. And I'm pumping up the boat. We're gonna go on a boat ride. This water is cold. It's a reservoir, not a lake, they say, so the water is colder, and they use it for regulating electricity shortages and ups and downs. They can generate electricity by draining and lowering the water level. Another motorboat coming.
And you know my phone's gonna be dead. I like the waves. The only one way to figure out how to paint stuff is by taking photos of it. Just as long as they see
We're gonna get some waves here. Everybody's on that boat. Okay, you ready? We're getting shaken because these guys make waves. So this Ghost Lake turned out to be quite a nice one. We were at the Chilcote Lake for 4 days, and the wind was too strong for us to go on there, and the weather was also kind of cold. It was not appealing to actually go in there. I went in the water a couple of times, but with the boat, you know, then you're just sitting in the boat shivering. What's the point?
We could have been dragged to the other side of the lake at Chilcote Lake because the wind was so strong and the currents that much stronger.
But, I think we would have had a hard time getting out, and then it would have blown us back, but further down the shore maybe.
Oh yeah. Might have just taken us way down the lake. And we didn't need search and rescue and all that wonderful stuff, so we decided no.
Well, and besides, I didn't really see any search and rescue people there. We pretty much would have been on our own, and the water is freezing cold.
Kind of like this, eh?
Yeah. This water here in the Ghost Lake reservoir is also cold because it comes down the mountain, and the river is over on that side, and it goes into the reservoir. And behind me, well, there's the highway bridge. But then on the other side, there's a structure there, and we're going to check it out when we're a little closer. It's a dam, so they can drain the reservoir when they need to and generate electricity. It seems like most people have much bigger boats here than we do, but we're having fun. Yeah, we got a little bit of a choppy lake this morning because of the wind, and I think I have to quit talking and start paddling again so we don't end up on the shore there right by the highway. There's a nice beach behind us too. I don't know if you can see that.
Quite a few beaches. This will be about 6 different beaches.
So we had to work against the wind going out that way, but now the wind is carrying us back to where we came from, more or less. However, the highway bridge kind of cuts the wind quite a bit. Lots of people here enjoying the water today. Well, I don't really think it matters all that much what kind of boat you have, as long as you have something that'll go, that you can maneuver, that you could paddle or whatever you call it. But I prefer something that doesn't make noise. I don't care how slow it is, like this boat here. And we can just enjoy the nice weather, enjoy the water. That's perfect summer activity to me. So now we are on... Now I got trouble with that name again. We're on Burnstick Lake. Yesterday we were on Ghost Lake, which is a reservoir, and there was not much around there to keep the wind down. So probably was the weather too, but we were blowing around and I had to keep paddling just to control the boat and, you know, make sure we were going where we're supposed to go and just keep away from stuff we were going to bounce into. Today it's so calm here, I don't have to really do anything. We could just float around on the lake all we want. But I want to say a word about this boat once again, and I said it before. This boat, if you're on a budget, you want to buy a Voyager 300 or something similar. When we were at Chilko Lake, we saw some people that were camping there. Turned out they were also YouTubers, and they had some pack rafts, and the guy told me that the pack rafts are really hard to maneuver, and when the wind hits them they turn around right away and all this good stuff. We seem to have that problem with our newer boat that is an inflatable kayak, and with this one it's the same thing, but as long as I keep paddling it doesn't affect us at all. And with this I can actually put my bicycle on here, and I can put this on the bicycle because it's small enough. So it's really, really practical. Now the only thing I don't know is how this would behave if you're in like rapids or a really choppy water. But yesterday we were in a pretty rough lake and we didn't have any problems. It was just, I had to paddle against the wind, so it's a little harder. But seriously, a pack raft is in the range of $1,500 or so, and according to what I heard, it's not first-hand information, but they have pretty much the same problems like we have. And the guy was still kind of concerned of putting a bicycle on there. Well, you know, there you go. You can have the same thing, a whole lot more simple and a whole lot cheaper if you go for a boat like this. That's just my thought. Leave me a comment. Maybe you had a bad experience with a thing like this, or I've seen people's comments saying that, or even reviews saying that this is not much better than a pool toy. Well, I beg to differ. This is pretty awesome. We're just gonna drift through here because the water is still going that way.
To the bottom of the boat. I just need to get some oxygen to the toes. I don't think we need the big bag, honestly.
And right now, the biggest, bulkiest thing in there is the life jackets. And theoretically, we're supposed to have them on.
you could make that go all the way around, if you can make it go in a spiral circle, we're like,